people, how are you? Listen, it's pretty late over here in Orlando, Florida, so I have to talk somewhat soft. I don't want to wake up my beautiful wife. Welcome to A Journey to a Billion in Sales, and I want to make sure I make that clarification. It's not, I don't want to give off any false pretenses. I am not in this to make $1 billion myself. I'm not going to walk away being a billionaire. What I mean by our journey to a billion in sales is that right now we're currently at about $65 million per month in sales. $65 million per month in sales, right? That's in about maybe 13, 14 months or so, maybe 15 months, then that equates to $1 billion in sales. We want to get to the point where we're at $1 billion in sales per year. Now, I'm not part of any mastermind group. I haven't received any training from any online gurus or any masterminds per se. Haven't had any mentors or anything like that help me. Not that I'm perfect and I'm above that and I didn't need it. I was looking for it. Seriously looking for that. But we didn't have the money. We didn't have, sometimes they would require $25,000, $15,000 pop. We didn't have that at the time. So we had to, do what we've always done. And that is figure it out, and that's exactly what we did. Now, I have been since then investing in online courses, and again, I'm talking soft because I don't want to wake up my wife, but I have been investing in courses. I spent way too much money, to be perfectly honest with you. And maybe I didn't spend too much, but I think, maybe $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 since over the last maybe a little bit over a year is probably quite a bit of money to spend. Now, not all of the courses are that valuable, to be perfectly 100% honest with you. Not all of them are. Then some of it maybe it requires for me to do a lot more to actually get the results from that. Now, one thing I kind of want to talk to you about today is there are tons of, if you're new in business, or you're thinking about starting a business, or you're thinking about getting into this whole online thing, I'm not here to discourage you, but I would like for you to keep your eyes wide the freak open, right? Keep your eyes wide open. Not everyone out here is making a ton of money. They may have high tickets or high prices for their products or services. It doesn't mean that they're making a lot of money at all. Also, just because you see a high ticket, it doesn't mean that you're going to get that value. Even though I myself thought that initially, because it was priced at a higher point, that I would get that value, or the value will be equated to the price. Not even the case at all. Sometimes it's really what you bring into it, and a lot of these marketers or quote-unquote sales consultants or consultants, they see value how they feel. They see value before they even give you a product or service. Personally, I think that's backwards. I don't know how you're going to give all this value before the person even gets to use the product or service. Now, what I like to do as a sales consultant, I like to make sure that the value is not just before the sale and during the sale, but after the sale. That is key. That's how I run my business. That's how I like to operate as a sales consultant. Everyone else has their own way of doing things. So here's some tips that you can look out for. If a person is, making all these claims about, how much money they've made other people, one thing that you can do, and something I learned from the Two Comma Coaching Club with Russell Brunson and Stephen Larson, is that, mainly Russell Brunson, is that, grab a few people first in your particular industry and make an example out of them of what you claim you can do. That, so if you come across somebody who says that, my price is $15,000 or $25,000 or $30,000, okay, who have you helped also make this amount of money, or realize these benefits that you're claiming in your marketing and your advertising? That's a really good question you can ask them. And ask them if you can have a referral, maybe 2 referrals. $15,000 is not a lot of money, but it's not a drop in the bucket for the average person, for anyone. No billionaires are just walking around giving $15,000 out either. So it must mean something, right? And if someone tells you, oh, okay, well, you don't see the value, well, show me the value, we haven't had any value yet. The only value that's going to be given is me giving you my money, and then once I give you my money, that's when I need to see the value. And that is what my focus would be on, is making sure you get the value after the fact, not just before the sale and during the sale. And we have a lot of sales consultants who we try to get out of that frame of mind as well, where they are so focused on getting the sale that the nicest person, the yes sir, no sir, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then after the sale, once the ink dries on the paper, you can't even get in contact with them again, and that is a freaking problem. Also, I'm looking at 2 cameras here, so hopefully I don't look freaking cross-eyed when you see this. Hopefully, right? And you think about it, right? Just think about a real life situation. And women probably know this, and men know this too. When you meet that beautiful woman, or that woman and you're feeling her in a certain way, what is it that you do? You put your best foot forward. You do all the right things. You say all the right things, right? You're on your best behavior. And women know this as well. What happens in many cases after the honeymoon phase? In this case, we're talking about contracts, right? So what happens in the honeymoon phase? You're the best of the best. The real you comes out in a very short period of time. And that is how I think a lot of marketers and sales consultants operate, because the whole focus is, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money, give me the money. And I know that, yes, you are right. Customer service can't be the focal point of everything you do, because you can't control what the company you're working with does. But if it's your product, you can control the customer service, and customer service is important. Don't let anyone fool you in thinking that customer service is not important. It is absolutely important, and it should be a priority right along with your sales, because what will happen, unless you have a ton of money to invest and advertise and things like that, you will begin to lose a lot of sales. So as quick as you get the sales is as quick as you're going to lose the sales. And who wants to work harder and not smarter? The whole purpose of working harder so that you can reap the rewards of your labor, not to just freaking keep doing the same thing again and again and again and again. And another thing is, another tip that you can try or ask is, when you're spending your money, ask for a referral, right? Ask for a referral. And then if they don't have any referrals, well, ask them who have they worked with before to even get close to what they're referring to what they're claiming. Ask them what kind of income they've made from it. I like to ask people, man, show me the damn check. Show me what you've made. We had some sales consultants call in who were interested in working with our company, and they all make these super grand freaking claims about what they can do, how many years of experience they have, etc., etc., etc. So I always say, show me. You made $10,000 a month or $20,000 a month, show me a pay stub. If you said it, show me. You can block out the freaking check number or whatever. I can care less about that. Show me. That's what I need to see. So whenever someone's making a claim, ask them to show you, especially if it's a high ticket item. So now, if you're a sales consultant, this is something that I would do. What I personally do is I make sure be genuine as you possibly can. First of all, be genuine. It's so easy to be genuine because now you don't have to be 2 and 3 people. You don't have to get upset. You don't have to worry about trying to remember what you said, that you probably just said it just because you wanted to get the person out of your face. Be genuine, and that means sometimes you have to be brutally honest as well. You have to tell people to back up, calm down, relax. So I think it's really good to be very genuine. And when you're offering a product or an offer to someone, what I like to do is get to know them a little bit, right? Of course, if you're online, maybe you don't get to know them as much, and that's the whole purpose of being online. You don't want to really deal with people per se. At least initially, you want to weed them out and find out, who your true buyers are, right? Isn't that what they say? So, or your your dream client, so to speak. So, get to know the person initially. Once you get to know the person, find out what their likes are, dislikes are. Find out what their problems really are. Once you find out what their problems are, you'll be able to genuinely service them. Even if you don't know what the answers are, you can help them. And that is key, because if you don't know the answers, you can always find someone that does. Listen, I just realized that my freaking battery's going to die here, so I'm going to cut this short. Again, thank you for listening, but keep that in mind. That's just my rant for tonight. This is KhaazRa, MaaRanu, and you're listening to A Journey to a Billion in Sales. Go to www.kh, like hello, aazra.com. Again, www.khaazra.com, and you can find me on Twitter, well, not even Twitter anymore, I can't remember the password, but Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, KhaazRa MaaRanu, KhaazRa MaaRanu. But if you go to that website, you'll find me there. Thanks for listening. Be good.
Try to reach this billion. Thank you for listening.